Good morning, student. Today we will discuss here about the next topic of chapter 6, work, energy and power. The topic which we will discuss today here is collision. So when we start this topic, collision, so initially we will discuss about what is the collision and how we will define it. So collision means when two objects or two bodies collide with each other and they apply an extreme, or you can say a greater amount of force to each other for a small time. That type phenomena is called collision. Means these two objects, that time when they collide with each other, apply a larger, or you can say greater force to each other for short time. So this is the definition of collision: when two bodies collide with each other for small time with greater force. Called collision. Point clear? Now here we will discuss about their types, means types of collision. So we have two types. First, elastic collision, and second is inelastic. So when we write here about the difference between the elastic collision and inelastic collision, inelastic collision, here first heading is elastic collision. In case of elastic collision, when two objects collide with each other, their kinetic energy as well as their potential energy, means their kinetic energy as well as their linear momentum remain conserved. But when we talk about inelastic collision, here kinetic energy and linear momentum conserve. And here when we talk about this, linear momentum and only linear momentum, means linear momentum conserve but kinetic energy does not. So this is the definition of inelastic collision. So after that, when we write here about the derivation of elastic collision, what is it and how we will drive it. So first we can write the definition: when kinetic energy and linear momentum of the object remain conserved, such type of collision is called elastic collision. So here, if I suppose consider motion of two objects in one dimension, suppose this is our object A and this is our object B, and this same here also, and the mass of object A is supposed to be, either you can consider MA or you can write here M1, and this is the mass of M2, and same as here, student. See, and when the object initially they are moving in same direction, so they will apply a force. Suppose this object A, moving with initial velocity u, and this one is u2, and after applying the force it is our v1, and this one is v2. So when they collide with each other, they will apply a force. As you know that force applied by first on second will represented by this, and second by first represented by this, means opposite direction of each other. So here in initial condition, I will take one condition: collision will possible only in one of the condition when u1 is greater than u2, then after it will collide with this, and after that suppose here I will take this condition when V2 is greater than V1. This is the condition in which after one collision there is no collision between them, because the speed of second object is here greater than the first, so they will not collide in future after the collision. So here, as I consider two objects A and B moving in same direction in one dimension, because here we are talking about the collision in one dimension, so that time when we write here about the initial momentum Pi, which is you know that m1 u1 plus m2 u2, and second when we talk about the final momentum it is m1 v1 plus m2 v2, and when these two objects, as I told you, the kinetic energy as well as the linear momentum, or basically in class 9 you know about the conservation of linear momentum, so along with this linear momentum kinetic energy is also conserved here. So here in case of this, as we know that the linear momentum Pi is equals to Pf, so it implies that so see student, as you know Pi is equals to Pf, so by this relation we can write m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equals to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Now after that what I will do, I will rearrange the conditions here. So see, I will write this relation in the term of m1 u1 minus v1 is equals to m2 v2 minus u2. So this one. Now see, this relation is important, it will be useful for upcoming part when we discuss about the kinetic energy here. See now, as the collision is elastic, so therefore initial kinetic energy initial or K initial, or you can write kinetic energy initial, or you can write Ki, it is equals to half m1 u1 square plus half m2 u2 square, and kinetic energy final it is equals to half m1 v1 square plus half m2 v2 square. And as I told you, the kinetic energy is also conserved in this type of collision, so we can write finally half m1 u1 square plus half m2 u2 square is equal to half m1 v1 square plus half m2 v2 square. Now after cancellation of this half, I will write this m1 u1 square minus v1 square is equal to m2 v2 square minus u2 square. Now by using a square b square identity, I will write this relation m1 u1 minus v1 u1 plus v1 and m2 v2 minus u2 v2 plus u2. Point clear student? Now see, this is our second equation and this one is our first. So by first and second you will see here u1 m1 u1 minus v1 m1 u1 minus v1, this part is equal to m2 v2 minus u2 m2 v2 minus u2, this part. The both part cancel out, so you will get the final answer u1 plus v1 is equals to u2 plus v2, and after that I will arrange this part. After this you can see here u1 minus u2 is equal to v2 minus v1. Student, this u1 minus u2 is called velocity of approach or relative velocity of approach, means before collision, and here V2 minus V1 is called relative velocity of separation. So for this condition, I will write this relation in the form of U1 minus U2 over V2 minus V1, which is equals to 1, and this ratio, the ratio of, you can note this point, the ratio of relative velocity of approach, which is U1 minus U2 and V2 minus V1, it is called our value E, which is called coefficient of restitution or resilience. This is the definition of coefficient of restitution or resilience. Point clear? So here this ratio is which is equal to 1, and as we know that the definition of this, note down this definition, which is coefficient of restitution, or you can say here you can write down coefficient of restitution or resilience, which is noted by E, and it is the ratio, remember at this point, it is the ratio of velocity, relative velocity of approach to relative velocity of separation. Point clear? So here when we talk about this elastic collision part, so this energy means, so this part E, which is U1 minus U2 upon V2 minus V2 is equal to 1. So this is the value for elastic collision, E will be 1 here. But when we talk about inelastic collision, inelastic collision, it means that perfectly inelastic collision. In case of this, the value of E is equal to 0, in which we can see here, in which initially, as we know that when we talk about the inelastic collision, perfectly case, when two objects collide with each other, means first object collide with second, they stick together that time. When they stick together and they will move with same velocity, and when they will move with same velocity, that time the value of E, coefficient of restitution, is equals to 0. Point clear? So that's why we can say here, means relative velocity with respect to each other of each object, that time is 0. So here in inelastic collision, perfectly the value of coefficient of restitution is 0, and this is our elastic condition. And in practically we have no these two type of conditions, which is perfectly elastic, perfectly inelastic. We are facing that time the collision which is called imperfect. So here practically you will deal with imperfect condition, and imperfect condition in which the value of E lies between 0 to 1, means neither perfect elastic nor perfectly inelastic. Point clear, student? So note down this topic. Now student, after the discussion about the coefficient of restitution in inelastic collision, elastic collision and imperfect collision, means perfectly elastic, perfectly inelastic and imperfect, which we are facing. So here these 3 points are remembering points. On the basis of this, we will calculate here the velocity of object A and object B after the elastic collision. So here when we talk about the velocity of object A, velocity of A means here we will calculate the value of P1 by this relationship or derivation. So that side you can see that V1 plus U1 is equals to V2 plus U2. So from this relation, as we know that V1 plus, since we know that V1 plus U1 is equals to V2 plus U2, from this equation we can substitute the value of V2, which is equals to V1 plus U1 minus U2 in equation this, which is our equation number 1, linear momentum equation. So here you can see the equation m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equals to m1 v1 plus m2 and this v2. Point clear? So you can solve this part. M1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equals to m1 v1 plus m2 v1 plus m2 u1 minus m2 u2. Now see the point. So here this is the equation which is in front of you, and after that you can see both side. What we will do, we will find the value of v1 as I have written there, the velocity of object A. So find out the value of v1. V1 is here and here also. So we can write these two first, m1 plus m2 of v1, and after that we will shift this point, these 2 points from LHS to RHS, and we will see what comes. m1 u1 plus m2 u2, this part will come here, so it will plus 2m2 u2, m2 u2 plus m2 u2, 2m2 u2, m2 u1 minus m2 u1 equals to this. So v1 m1 plus m2 is equal to m1 u1 minus m2 u1. I will write this point, m1 minus m2 of u1 plus 2 m2 u2, m2 u2, and this will come down. v1 is equals to m1 minus m2 over m1 plus m2 of u1 plus 2 m2 u2 over m1 plus m2. Point clear, student? So this is the velocity of object A under the elastic collision. Now after that, when we want to know about the velocity of second object here, so that time what we will do, we will substitute this value v1 in our equation, supposed to be, this is the third equation, in this third equation. So you can see here, as we have v2 is equal to v1 minus plus u1 minus u2, so for that v1 is here, m1 minus m2, m1 minus m2 over m1 plus m2 of u1 plus 2 m2 u2 over m1 plus m2. Point clear? This is the value of v1 here, minus u1 minus u2. Now try to solve this point. So m1 plus m2 is our LCM, m1 plus m2 is our LCM, and this remains same when we multiply this, m1 u1 minus m2 u2 plus 2 m2 u2 minus m1 plus m2 into u1 minus u2, because it is LCM of all. So when you will multiply this part here, m1 u1, so I can write here this part here itself, either you can say next line, m1 u1 minus m1 u2 plus m2 u1 minus m2 u2. Point clear? Here m1 u1 minus m2 u1 plus 2m1 m2 2m2 m1 m2 u2 sorry u2. It is m1 plus m2 also. After that, see which part will cancel out here. We will see m2 u1 both cancel out. m1 u2, this one m1 u1 both cancel out. Now here we have m2 u2 minus m1 u2. It means that m2 minus m1 of u2 plus 2m2 u2 over m1 plus m2 m1 plus m2. So this is the velocity of v2. Point clear? This is our velocity of the object B, or you can say the second body in front of you, by which we can see that this and this velocity will come under the elastic condition when the two bodies or two objects collide in this elastic collision. So point is clear, student? So you can note down this formula, and we have different type of special cases here which we will discuss later on. So for that, pause the video and note down.